First thing you're going to need is a sheet of paper that is going to be an 8 by 10. Now, this is not a 12 by 12 layout, but you could turn this into a 12 by 12 layout. That is up to you. To me, I think that 12 by 12 layouts are too large, and it is easily accessible to purchase a 8 by 10 frame. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I cut this at 8 by 10. And I will actually back this up on a piece of chipboard that's going to be 8 by 10. And I haven't decided on whether or not I'm going to distress this edge. You know what? In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do it because everything else is distressed. So I'm going to use my Prima. It's Ingrid Bohm distress tool, one of my favorite ones. I'll have an Amazon link down below for you to use if you are interested in purchasing it. I'm not sure how many are left, but I do like it. One of my absolute favorite tools. To show you that I'm excited about. Okay, so I'm going to put that to the side. The next piece of paper that I'm actually going to put my 4 by 6 photo on, and this is the one I have. I am a professional photographer, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use this photo yet. I really want to use a photo of my daughter, and this is not my daughter. This is just a girl that I had taken photos of for, but I wanted to use this as an example so that I know exactly how it's going to kind of look. So I just kind of like to imagine that. I'm going to take a piece of solid pink cardstock that matches right up here, but you can get those at your local craft store. This is 4 1/8 by 6 1/8, so that it should frame. Well, hold on. Is this 4 by 6? Whoa, it is not. This is 4 by 5 1/2. And it's not even 5 1/2. It's 5 3/8. Interesting. So let me drop this to 5 1/2. Although your photo may be different, so I don't know. I thought this was a 4 by 6. That's what I meant to get. Anyway. Let's see if that fits a little bit better. Yes, it does. That's perfect. Then this one is 6 1/2. So I'm going to need to knock this one down to 6 1/4 because I want a larger frame for this one because I'm actually going to use my little stitching stamp around there. So let me get it at 6 1/4. Cut that off. Let's see how that looks. Still a little bit big. Let's try 6 1/8. I apologize. Normally I'm not so discombobulated. Good grief. That looks a little bit better. Okay, so 6 1/8 by 4 1/2. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to get out my We Are Memories Keeper Press. They are canceling these because of a lawsuit, I guess, or somebody's asked them to pull them because they were too much like their design, which was the Misty, which is absolutely fine. I totally understand that. But I do know that Tamara still has a few left in her store, so if you want to get them now. So Okay, so now for this part, I'm going to go ahead and use my little doily, and it's really easy. You just stick it on here wherever you want it, and it does not like stick to your paper permanently. It just keeps it in place for the time being. I'm going to get my primer paste, and this is by Pent Art. This is by Bow Bunny, and I'm just going to put a real thin amount on a spatula and rub it in. You want to make sure you get all the crevices in there. These are just so easy to use. I'm just going to turn it to make it easier for me. Use a little more primer paste. You could use your finger too. And then you're going to wipe up all your excess paint up. I love using wipies. And this way you literally get less on you when you're lifting it. Got to be really careful not to go over your lines, but if you do, it is what it is. Let me just clean my hands off real quick because I don't want to get any additional paint on my paper. Okay, so now I think I pretty much cut it down to where I want it to be. And for this part, I'm actually going to use my score tape instead of my glue because it is a photo. Let me see what I did with my tape. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm just going to get out my 1/4 inch score tape. Or you're going to use whatever adhesive you have available. I should have burnished in my edges, but I forgot to. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this off, and then I'm going to center it in here. Make sure there's no gook on your uh, bone folder before you do that. You just want to make sure. I'm going to go ahead and really rough these up and really make those sides look really tattered. And then I'm going to add some layer to this. So I'm going to pop these up with my pop dots. I got these from Hobby Lobby. They were only $3.99 and I used my coupon, so they were definitely less than that. So I'm going to go ahead and use a bunch of these. And I'm definitely going to reinforce it because I don't want any bowing. So that way, as long as it's really covered well, it should be okay. I know that's a lot of pop dots, but I just like mine to be super secure. I'm going to peel off all the backings and then center it on here. I'm lightly pressing with my hands because I don't want to get my fingerprints really on the photo, which is too late. They're there, but not as bad. Okay, so now I already have some pieces that are pre-cut, and basically what I like to do is I take the measurement of the photo and I kind of like to do these in quarters, if that makes any sense. So this one is, including the doily, 2 inches, okay? So I'm just going to, I might cover that up, and that's okay. Okay, sorry about that. So basically, let me scoot this out a little bit. So there we go. I just kind of start layering my pieces and decide where I want them to go. So I did this one at 5 inches by 5 inches. So it's 5 by 5, including my little doily design there. And I'm going to go ahead and see, I might even end up covering up all these butterflies. I never know. Okay, so now at this point, I made a little tag with some of the paper. I also used some of our seam binding ribbon from our kit, and also I used a little flower. Now over here, in our last month's kit, we got some of these fabric flowers, and I decided to add those in here because the colors matched really well, and I thought it would look really cute. So this is basically my finished idea. So now at this point, all I have to do is glue everything on in place, and I will be right back. So here is my finished 8x10 layout. I hope you all enjoyed this short, quick tutorial. This is just to give you some ideas of how I make my layouts, and I hope you all like it. If you would like to join us for next month's Craftology box kit, please visit www.countrycraftcreations.com and click on Craftology boxes. So until next time, bye y'all. Mwah!